Alright friends, welcome to the new video series JavaScript date. Okay, and JavaScript date is amazing because it allows you to access the date, system date and time. If you look at the notes that I have here for you, the date object, it's an object, lets you work, because the reason why we call it object is because it has properties and behaviors. Okay, objects have properties and behaviors that you can manipulate. Okay, so JavaScript date is an object, and objects have lots of functions and methods associated with them. So the JavaScript object properties and behaviors, objects lets you work with dates, and these include the properties. These are the following properties of JavaScript object. Okay, I need you to remember that: years, months, days, hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. Okay, JavaScript date formats. A JavaScript date format can be written as a string. For example, Wednesday, September 28, 2016. Okay, 12:52 Arabian Standard Time, or as a number. Okay, this is also a notation of a JavaScript date. Okay, if you try to decode it, you can try. It wouldn't make much sense, because even though it's numbers that are making sense to you in base 10, but still you would need to have it in a much higher level format so that you can understand. And many formats are available. This is the standard format. You can change the formats, but this is the default. Okay, and this is the time, and exact time to seconds to in the location where I am right now. That's how the time is displayed. Dates written as numbers specifies the number of milliseconds since January 1, 1970. Okay, milliseconds. And the reason why January 1, 1970 was used was because that's when the clock time in computers began in mainframes. In the ARPANET, where the defense system in the United States, they began developing mainframes and computers, and since then we've been using computers, so the time is written as numbers, which specifies the milliseconds since January 1, 1970. Okay, and it has space for hours, minutes, and seconds, and it also has time for the milliseconds, and depends how you want the date to be formatted. Alright, coming back to the example that I want to share with you. Okay, let's in this example we will use a script, JavaScript, to display dates inside the element with the id is equal to demo. Okay, and the script would assign the value of date to the content of the HTML element. Okay, let's try to do that. It sounds a little bit complicated, but it's so simple. Okay, let's begin a code which is very short and sweet. Doc type HTML, open up the HTML tag, open up the body tag, the paragraph tag, and say id is equal to demo. Okay, backslash, close the paragraph tag, open up the script tag, document dot get element by id, open up the demo tag, and say dot inner HTML. So you want to display it against the HTML element. Okay, end of statement marker, hit enter, and close the script tag, close the body tag, and close the HTML tag. Let's say JavaScript math JavaScript date 1, save. Also save the file as the HTML file .html, save, and JavaScript date is right here. There you go, the exact date that I displayed. I copied and pasted the date from here on the notes section that I was trying to explain you. So what you did essentially was you document.get element by id, okay, var d is nothing but new date, and you displayed it, the var d, on the HTML page, okay, in the body. That's basically what you did. Alright, let's move on to the next example. This video is full of interesting examples like these. This is the information inside your computer that you're accessing with the aid of JavaScript. Many functions, many applications for this kind of information. You can do a lot of position triangulation. You can calculate the position of a person with the aid of time and physical location, and the satellite based GPS based tracking system is based on time. Time is also used by servers to give all the participating internet nodes, which is could be a laptop, could be a computer. All of these get a time slice, or sometimes they are received and sent with the aid of time, the millisecond or the nth second or millisecond of the time at which they were received and they were sent. Okay, so time is very important in mathematics. Calculation of time, start time, end time, speed, all of these are not possible without your system having an accurate time. Okay, and all the times of the computer, satellite, servers are synced with the world clock at Colorado, USA. This is just an extra bit of information that I'm handing out. If you want, you can always do a Google search on world clock Colorado, and you would see that the satellites, and there are like 24 satellites moving around the earth, and they're all in sync with each other with the aid of the Colorado, the time at Colorado. And if you've seen those atomic watches, atomic clocks, they're also in sync with these kind of world clocks. And your computers have to be in sync with servers with the aid of the internal clocks that are built in. So do not underestimate the JavaScript date function and the time, and all the associated methods. So let's look at the next example. Alright, in this next example, I am going to pass an argument to the date, okay, method, and I'm going to pass it a date string, okay, and it will create a new date object from the specified date and time. Alright, this is like changing the format. Let's work on this example. Doc type HTML. Open up the HTML tag, open up the body tag, open up the paragraph tag, and say id is equal to demo. Close the paragraph tag and open the script tag. Say var d is equal to new date October 13, 2001, for example 11, 13, 00. Okay, remember, and close the bracket and end of statement marker. Document dot get element by id demo dot inner HTML is equal to d. That's what you can publish. on the body element of the HTML page. Close the script tag, close the body tag, and close the HTML tag, right? And save the file as, okay, save it as, let me see, save as the second example here, date2, and also save it as HTML file. Okay, and there you go. Okay, so you have passed an argument and it's going to display the way you want to display. It's going to integrate the date and time and display the way you want to, the date that you want to submit. So you have passed the date string as an argument to the date method or function. Okay, and this is how it works, creating date objects. You just created a date object. The date object lets us work with dates. Okay, if you remember, a date consists of a year, month, a day, an hour, a minute, a second, and milliseconds. Date objects are created with the new date constructor. Constructor, a method, function, interchangeable terms. Do not let this confuse you. There are 4 ways of initiating a date: new milliseconds, date, past milliseconds, new date, past date string, that's what you just passed, and the new date, year, month, day, hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. Alright, in this program you created a new date and you passed it a date string, this guy here. Okay, let's look at a few more examples. I'm going to delete this file and begin typing another example. Alright, let's work on this example. Okay. Doc type HTML. Okay, so you're going to use the date number within brackets. You're going to add the argument number and it creates a new date object as a 0 time plus the number. I will show it to you. Okay, let me just explain this a little bit. You're going to use this one. Okay, you're going to create a new date object and pass this object an argument of the number, and this will create a new date object as 0. Okay, 0 time plus the number. Okay, don't let this bother you too much. In layman or simple terms, 0 time is 1st of January 1970. Okay, we talked about this. 000000. This is 0 time. Okay, and the number is specified in milliseconds. Let's work on this example here. Okay, you've done doctype.html. Now I want you to open up the HTML tag. Open up the body tag. Say paragraph ID is equal to demo. Okay, and close the paragraph tag. Open up the script tag. Open up body is equal to new date. Okay, pass it a number. For example, pass it 864 00000 5 zeros. Okay, and document dot get element by ID. Okay, dot inner HTML is equal to D. Close the script tag, the body, and finally the HTML tag, and save this file as save as this is a third example, and also save it as .html, and let's display this file. Friday, Jan 2, 1970. Okay, and this is a number format of the time that was displayed in more intelligent or readable format in Java, that JavaScript converted for you. All right, so let's work on the next example here. Okay, before I move on, I need to explain that the 1 millisecond is equal to 8,600, 864 million milliseconds. Okay, so you are just giving it a time and it is being displayed as 0 time. Okay, as a basic 0 start time. Okay, I just found this proper format. This is equal to 1 day. 86,400,000. Okay, is equal to milliseconds is equal to 1 day. So you are dividing the entire day into date, time, year, right to the last millisecond with the aid of this function or constructor, whatever you want to call it. Okay, let's look at the next. All right, the next example here. In this next example, you're going to do a new date and enter 7 numbers. Okay, and this creates a new date object with specified date and time. The 7 numbers specify, okay, the year, month, day, hour, minute, second, and millisecond. Okay, you can count them. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 second. Okay, so let's create a new date with these 7 numbers. Okay, let's begin. Doc type HTML. Open up the HTML tag, open up the body tag, and open up the paragraph tag. ID is equal to demo. Close the paragraph tag. Open up the script tag and open up the var d is equal to, declare the var d as new date and pass it the following 7 numbers: 99, 5, 24, 11, 33, 30, 0. Now it's going to be very interesting to see how these are allocated to their date positions. Okay, date and time positions. Document dot get element by ID. Open up the demo tag and dot inner HTML is equal to d. Close the script tag. Okay, and close the body tag. Close the HTML tag. Alright, and let's save this file as, let me see, yes, save as alright, 4, and also as .html. Save. There you go. Okay, so it's going to display 7 numbers. Thursday, June 24, 1999, 11:33 a.m. Okay, in 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 by passing on these arguments. Okay, Thursday, is 5th day of the week, 24th. Okay, and date is 99, 11:33 a.m. to the 0. I bet 0 is the June here. Okay, I wonder how they're allocating it, but these 7 numbers yield this date. Alright, let's look at the upcoming examples. Things are going to get more clearer as we go down the road. Okay, I'm going to stop this video here, and in the upcoming video, JavaScript day 2, I am going to talk about more JavaScript functions, date functions. Alright, stay tuned.